Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special bulletin. Where do you draw the line in your entertainment? How much are you willing to take? How many inches are you willing to give when the companies sit there and take a mile? How many red flags are you going to allow before you decide? You make that final decision to shut your wallet tightly and wait for reviews. No more pre-orders. Or, as Smash JT goes and puts it, slippery slope, engaged. Now, what on earth could I be talking about? Oh dear, oh dear. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 introduces the series' first non-binary operator. In and of itself, who cares, right? Who cares? It's just an operator. But why? Why? What is the purpose of them putting this in this game? Who is this for? The tens of extra players that you might possibly get, while at the same time turning away those people that are sick and tired of essentially nonsense that has no place in a first-person shooter, in a Black Ops game. Let's see what that Park Place has to say about this. Activision injects gender ideology. You're making... Activision recently shared a ton of information about Call of Duty Black Ops 6, including various gameplay modes, which is important, maps, which is important, and the operator's gender ideology, which is completely and totally meaningless in these games. The people who play these games do not give a toss about any of it. They want to know, what are their abilities? How are they going to help whatever team you're playing on? What are the bonuses? What are the minuses? What can they do? But no, we're going to put non-binary, they, them, he, she, it, z's, or whatever pronouns. And people, I'm sorry, getting kind of sick of it, because again, this is always the first red flag for players. I've said it before, I'll say it again, and I will continue to say it, much like all the other channels out there. We will continue to talk about this, because time and time again, once you see that first red flag, it is a clear indication that every other important aspect of the game, like the gameplay loop, the mechanics, the world building, will all suffer, because the ideological checkbox nonsense is the only thing that seems to be important. It's top of the list, probably that covers the top 5 of all these franchises that are coming out, all these video games and entertainment and TV shows and movies that are coming out, and everything else suffers because of it. And the audience, the customers, not the consumers, it's a filthy word, the customers are tired of it. In a blog post, Activision shared that Rossi is part of Crimson One. Rossi is part of Crimson One, which is a CIA operation. What are we talking about here? Activision shared that Rossi is part of Crimson One. Oh, an operator named Volta Rossi. I guess that's your non-binary. Gotcha. I skipped ahead. I'm sorry. Rossi is part of Crimson One, which is a CIA operation that was initiated, quote, to hunt down the rogue squad. The team is officially sanctioned by the CIA and has access to all intel and tools to get the job done. It is made up of elite Black Ops soldiers to get the job done, and led by the imposing Jackson Kane. With the CIA infiltrated, Crimson One represents the CIA operation. Saying CIA a whole bunch in this description, huh? I guess they're part of the CIA? Really? Can you tell us? Let's see. Represents the CIA operation initiated to hunt down and silence Adler, Woods, and their team permanently. Okay. I guess we got a little backstory for the game. From there, it provided brief intel reports on the operators. In the character's description, the company described Rossi using their and them pronouns rather than he or she. A clear, I got to agree with you on this one, John. That's going to be a clear indication that the character is suffering from a number of disorders and likely not fit into the Black Ops specialist. I'm not going to make a comment on that. Nevertheless, the background description states, quote, a street-smart rogue with a blue blood pedigree, Volta Rossi, is an enigma who left the comfort of aristocracy to forge a new name as a humant soldier. Their ties to the Lutazzi family give them unique insight to Avalon. Where's the rest of the description? Oh, Lord, even the look of the... Okay, I mean... Ugh. Why are we constantly getting unattractive people unattractive avatars and characters. Why is this being pushed over and over again? And again, that's another red flag for a lot of people out there. You don't have to care, but somebody does. People care. They want their avatars to be aesthetically pleasing in some way, shape, or form, fitting to the game, the setting, the theme, the style. That's the word I'm looking for. The style of the art, because video games are art. And yet, over and over again, we're getting these androgynous character models where, okay, they, them. Sure. What purpose does that serve in a first-person shooter like this? The answer is it doesn't. So the only assumption we can come to is that it is for ideological purposes, trying to push some sort of narrative that essentially gamers really don't care about. And 9 times out of 10 is enough to push them away. You're pushing your audience away. You're pushing your target demographic away from games like this when you come across as caring about the checkbox ideology over, well, everything else. It is no surprise that a character such as Rossi was injected into Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Back in May, former World of Warcraft team leader Mark Kern, aka Grums, because we love some Grums, reported that the company was installing DEI officers on every single development team to ensure the agenda was being propagated throughout the company and its products. Which, you know, there's a lot of speculation that they're moving these major AAA development companies, including, you know, not just video game devs, but the studios, the entertainment, the TV show and movie studios are, instead of going to consulting companies like Sweet Baby Stench, they are simply going an extra step further, and instead of hiring the consultancy group, they're just hiring people to keep on staff. So they can come out and say that we didn't choose this consultancy group. Heaven forbid, we would never do such a thing, but instead they're just installing them on their staff, on the payroll, and they're doing the exact same thing. But then again, that is just speculation. Let's see. Grums wrote on X, DEI officers are installed on every team to ensure the message. Oh, Activision DEI leak. I remember that. Let's see. Shortly after that report in June, Activision gave away a free... Oh, that was even better. This hideous, absolutely hideous skin pack for Pride outside. Oh, it was in June, so of course it was. That was atrocious. This, whatever this vomit glitter skin pack over, if it was glossy, I could be okay, but it just looks like they took the flag representing whatever ideology would represent the different LGBTQ plus flags, and just kind of dipped the guns in it and made it look this hideous sparkle. They could have done it in so many much better ways. Again, I talk about something being aesthetically pleasing. These skins, there is nothing pleasing to the eye about this, at least for me. You could have at least gone the way of, I don't know, let's see, what is it? Digital camo or standard camo using the same colors. But I guess that would have taken a little bit of effort, which just goes to show you that these companies don't actually care. They're going to do the absolute bare minimum in June and February. Call of Duty is for everyone, and we're proud to celebrate Pride Month, by trying to take your money and pandering to a particular demographic to show you that we care. That's not actually what it says, but you get the idea. Offering 7 different weapon camo. That's not camo. You're telling me that's camo. Oh, geez, these are horrible. Each representing the colors of the different LGBTQ plus flags. That statement right there, that just shows you they don't care. They are pandering. My goodness. Various screenshots of the weapons, which you can see below. And they're hideous. They're absolutely hideous. If you like this style of paint, it looks like sandpaper. It looks like somebody spray painted sandpaper. If you like that, cool. That's on you. But to me, hideous. Oh, and I'm just gonna leave that on the screen. They really did that. Okay. Ex-user Gustavo Godinez corroborated that these are indeed the themed bullets. Yeah. Oh boy, they did that. According to X-User, see, are we just going over, are we recapping M4 blueprint that they get for buying Modern Warfare 3? Oh, it was for a specific gun. That's what it was. On top of this, the company's president, Bob Kostick, has an entire statement declaring allegiance to the ideology of the company's diversity, equity, and inclusion website. So it's more nonsense, more nonsense. So honestly, this push, this insertion of a non-binary operative should not be a surprise considering the direction that the company's going. The hiring of particular groups, the hiring of particular people wanting to push, as Drinker says, the message. No, I don't do it as good as him. But should not be a surprise. More and more games are going to be attempting to do this, pushing the envelope, getting on that little slippery slope to see just how much the customer will tolerate. And as always, that is going to be a decision left up to, again, the customers. Do you open your wallet because it's Call of Duty Black Ops? Another regurgitated copy-paste with a little bit of tweaks here and a little bit of tweaks there over and over every year? Or is this the straw? Is this the line that you will not cross, that you don't want to see the rest of Call of Duty follow down this road? You make that decision for yourself. Vote with your wallet. Let these companies know what you want and what you don't want, because stuff like this, to me, it doesn't look like they care anymore about their target demographic. They are pushing for the so-called, some would say non-existent, modern audience that maybe they'll get tens of extra players while losing hundreds, if not thousands. But let me know what you think in the comments section down below. So excited. Leave a like, leave a dislike, do all those nifty little things that YouTube is begging to do, and I do hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.